Okay, so I'm using the same scope all night long. Let me change the text color. So let me go, this will be VRC-10. Okay, hey Rusty. So this is 75% gain. Let me write that down. 75% gain, 10 seconds, dB2, 1 and 3. Additive 1 and 3. So let me stop this and put the focal reducer in, the new focal reducer. Let's see, how's this going to work? Let me stop the exposure. Yeah, I saw your post on NS Facebook. Let's see, stop. So I'm stopping that. I'm going to leave my test image up. Okay. Okay. Oh wait. This is gonna be, I'm gonna start with the universe focal reducer first, just to see where I can get focus. Okay, let me take out the extension tube. Maybe, let's see. Okay. Okay, let's see. Probably gonna have to refocus. Oh, I gotta stop the additive stacking too. Let's see. Yep, definitely gotta refocus. This is gonna be setup number 2 here. So let me get some focus going. Where's my electric focuser? Focus on. Okay, which way do I have to go, George? It's not changing. What's going on? No, I gotta change the exposure. That's can't focus at 10 seconds. What am I trying to do? Okay. Stop. Yeah, it's actually clear tonight. Let's see. What did I do wrong? Where is focus? I think I went the way wrong way for focus. How was I oriented before? Let me change the orientation. Let's see. It was almost vertical before. Okay, so now let me turn it. That's about the right orientation. And let me lock the what the heck? Okay, that's engaged. Okay, so now. Okay. Think I went the wrong way, folks. No? I have a problem with the focuser. I have a problem with the focuser. Son of a gun. Hey, Neil. Hope the weather's better in Miami than it was at Chiefland. Okay, so I'm close enough for focus to test focal reduction. This is going to be what I call test number 2. This is the universe focal reducer, no 10 millimeter spacer. Okay. So now, let me go back. Stop. This is 5 seconds. I'm going to loop it at 5, and I'm going to average. Well, I can't do the same as I was doing before because I'm going to do, that'll get too bright too fast. So this is going to be, son of a gun. Okay, let's try this again. This is M82, and then setup 2. This is the VRC10 universe focal reducer, no 10 millimeter spacer. Again, it's still 10-second exposure. I haven't changed the histogram, and it's a stack of 2. Let me take some more notes. Okay. And I took out the extension tube. No, the extension tube is still in. Yeah. 3.5-inch extension tube. And how much more in focus did I have left? It's almost 2 inches. Okay. Okay, so this is Oh, hi, Rock. So let me grab an image. I'm going to take a capture of this. Snap. And that's file, save as. And this is going to be desktop. And that's going to be focal reducer testing setup 2. Back 2. Save. So Rock, this is the MFR. I mean, this is no focal reducer and just the scope at f8. And the next is with the universe focal reducer. So now I'm going to go put in the new 2-inch focal reducer. So let me now juggle stuff. Okay. So let me slide out the camera. Get the universe focal reducer off. Put the new focal reducer on. Okay. 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 This will be test setup 4. Okay, now let me stop the stacking. Okay, and let me go back. Stop. Let me go to see if I can focus with 2 seconds. Okay, let's see. I was stacking 2 at 10 seconds. Oh, maybe it's the focus is slipping. No. Okay, let's see. Stop. See if I can get focus a little bit. Wrong way. Okay, so let's see. Now let's stop and let's go to back to 10 seconds. Loop 10 seconds. I'm going to leave the histogram where it was. Okay, this is 10 seconds. And this is setup 4. So let me relabel this. Setup 4 is the new focal reducer. Okay, so let me blue text. Setup 4. Okay, this is a single 10 seconds. I'm going to try stacking 2 and see what happens. That's full frame. Let's see, fit to window. Okay. So we have okay. That's 2. Hi, Doug. Let me write this down. What do I have? This is setup 4, and it's 10 seconds. Okay. Going to take good notes. Test 4, 75% gain, 10 sec, digital binning 2, stack 1 plus 1. And I still have an inch and a half of in focus. I have a 3.5-inch extension tube in, and I have an inch and a half left. Let me see if I can catch up on the notes. I am using rock. I have none of the rings on the back of the scope. I've taken all of the extension rings off the focuser. I put a 3.5-inch Teleview 2-inch extension tube into the focuser, and then I put the camera into it. Now the camera has the new focal reducer in it. So this is focal reducer. Let me grab a test. Let me snap, and that's file, and I want to file save as, and this will be test setup 4, back 4, save. Okay. So this is F8, no focal reducer. This is with the original Universe focal reducer. And this is with the new FR2, if you want to call it that. Again, no focal reducer. The text is confusing on the screen, but this is the focal reducer test setup 1, no focal reducer. Sure. Again, this is the focal reducer, original Universe focal reducer. And now the new focal reducer, FR2. I'm going to stop the stacking. Let me now transition to put the 10mm spacer on. Okay, 10mm spacer coming up. Okay. Okay, 10mm spacer. And now the new focal reducer. Okay. All together now. Okay. Now let's see where it's going to focus. Let me go back to the live view. Oh, there's live. Whoa, okay. Okay. Now, which way do I have to focus, George? Let me cut down on exposure time. Let me stop. Let me go back down to 2 seconds is where I was playing before. Loop at 2 seconds. Okay, now let me try to focus. Figure I have to go in. Am I looping? I don't see the countdown timer. What happened? Okay. Okay. Now, let me go down to 2 second loop. Okay, let me see if I can focus better. Let me lock down the focuser. I have that Rigel N-Focus electric focuser. Let me go over here and sit and stare. Okay, so let me see. I tweaked it out a little bit. Let's see what happens. Nope, wrong way. We're getting a little coma at the top left, Brock. I'm trying to. I went the wrong way, so I got to go back. Let's see. Okay, let me go back to 10 seconds. Just stop. I'm going to go to a single 10 seconds. Loop. And see what single 10 seconds does. I was in a 2-second mode. This is a single 10-second exposure. You got a little bit of, now you're starting to get a little coma. This is, let me see what this setup is called. This is the new focal reducer with a 10mm spacer. Focal reducer 10mm, that's called setup 5. So let me relabel that to setup 5 for the video purposes. Okay, so let me erase. And let me go back and go back to setup 5. Okay, so this is setup 5. Let me grab a picture. Snap. And name this file. Save as setup 5. Save. Okay. So, yeah. So again, this is what you're seeing now is native F8, no focal reducer. With Rock, for the live view right now, with the focal reducer, the new focal reducer and 10 millimeter spacer, 10 seconds, digital binning 2, 75% gain, no stacking. So let me throw in a stack of 2, and we'll see what it does. Again, this is 10 seconds. Now I'm going with a stack of 2. So let's see what happens. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So now we've got 1 in the stack, and let's see what happens when the second one gets added. Yeah, I'm not touching histogram, anything. I'm just leaving it. Okay, that's a stack of 2. Whoa. It got real bright real fast. Well, let me grab a picture of this too. So what the heck? Snap. So this is, well, that's totally burning out M82. 10 seconds, DB2, stack of 2. Yeah, there's no need for stacking. Let me name this one. This is file, save as, setup 5. Stack of 2. Let me unstack it. Or better yet, Rock, why don't I go to average stack of 4? Yeah, it's not that extreme. Oh, let's go with live. There's live. Let's see. That's live. That was the stacking, and this is without stacking. Somehow it got darker. Let's see. Am I? Uh, Wait a minute. Let me rotate the dumb a little bit. Okay. Here's Dewey. This is the picture. What I'm showing now was the new focal reducer, no 10 millimeter spacer, and again, 10-second exposure, digital binning 2, 75% gain, and this was a stack of 2, additive stack of 2. And now I'm going to go back to, that was the F8 without any focal reducer. So no focal reducer. Next is the original universe focal reducer. I'll let that catch up on everybody's broadcast because I know there is a lag, probably. And now this is the new focal reducer without spacer. And this is the new focal reducer with spacer right there. The only thing else I could add, Rock, I could take the 10 millimeter spacer out and put in that coma corrector and see what that does to it. That's not bad, 8 seconds. Yeah, let me take the 10mm spacer off. I'm going to leave it in the live mode. That's the live mode, I think. Yeah, okay. So let me take... Get the chroma corrector out. Okay, there's the chroma corrector. Let me take the 10mm off first. Okay. Balancing stuff. Ooh. Okay, take the 10mm off. Okay, 10mm off. So the new photoreducer is on. Let me put the chroma corrector in. Okay. Camera. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Wait a minute. Am I in live mode? Is this? Oh wait. I'm stacked. Oh god, turn that off. Okay. No wonder I'm getting out of focus stars and oh, okay. Now, let me see. So am I in 10-second mode? Let me okay, let me stop. Go down to 2 seconds. Let me see if I can focus now. Do I have to go in or out? Let me go out. Okay. Okay, let me just stop. Let me go back to 10 seconds. Loop. This is the chroma corrector and the new photoreducer without the 10mm spacer. Night, Neil. Glad to talk to you. Okay, this is going to be, let me see what setup is this. This is chroma corrector, photoreducer 2, and chroma corrector. This is setup 8. Okay. Let me change this. This is now setup 8. I tried to write everything down so I wouldn't. Okay. And let me do a stack of 2. I'm gonna do additive stack of 2. Okay. Well, maybe, yeah, I haven't put the mask in. I've just been roughly focusing just to check field of view. I should be throwing a mask in every time and getting perfect focus, and I don't know. Okay, this is a stack of 2. So this is, or 3, capture. And this is going to be file save as setup 8. Back 8. Save. This is with the coma corrector in the focuser and the new focal reducer on the camera. No 10mm spacer. Rock, you're reminding me of an old gentleman in a club, Archie Estopanol. His comment was, it's as clear as a goat's ass going up a hill. Archie's the reason why I built my observatory in New Orleans East. In fact, he helped me build it, and he was in his 80s when he was up on the ladder helping me build it back in 1980. He was a character. But yeah, this is the focal reducer with coma corrector. And that's the focal reducer by itself without the coma corrector. So the coma corrector does introduce a little magnification. That's, yeah. Again, focal reducer without coma corrector. Oh no, wait. Focus 4. I have to go look at my chart again. But this is the last one. The focal reducer setup 8. That is the focal reducer and coma corrector. Okay. Oh, where's the 10mm spacer? Hey, Rock, you're way past your bedtime, man. Okay, there's the focal reducer. 10mm on. Okay. This ought to be setup number 9, I guess it is. Okay. Oh, and Rock, this is after I bounced the focal reducer on the kitchen floor. It still had the dust caps on it, but I dropped it as I was taking it out of the box. So Okay, let's see. So now let me stop all this stacking and stop the long exposure. Let me go back down to 2. And I just slid the oh, let me go back on live. Oh, there's live. Okay. So now, which way I gotta go? I pushed the focuser all the way in, so now I gotta come out. I hope it comes out. I may have to take the extension tube out. Come on, where are you? Let me go to a little bit longer exposure so I can see the stars. Okay, let me unmesh the gears in the focuser. I may have to take this extension tube out finally. I think so. Let me go all the way in. Yep, gotta take the extension tube out. I knew eventually I was gonna have to do that. I might have to put my 2-inch extension tube in its place. Sorry for the bright light, folks. Took the 3.5-inch extension tube out, put in a 2-inch. Yeah. Okay, everything's together now. Okay. Let me see. Which way I gotta go? Out, probably. Okay, so let me tighten the focuser. Okay. So now let's see, I gotta go out maybe. Flip out a little bit. A little bit more. A little bit more. So this is going to be, let's see, did I go too far? Am I getting lighter? Okay, so let me go down to 10, go back to 10 seconds where I was before. 10. I'm looping 10 seconds now. Let's see what happens. Okay. I might have, what's causing that light on the side there? Probably got a little, Do you see the light fall off? I don't know, I just turned the dome. And I'm getting a little coma now, Rock. It could be I changed my extension tube to the 2-inch, and it's not of the same quality as the other one, so maybe there's a little bit of sag. Let me. No, it's. Well, I just moved everything, so let's see what happens now. Yeah, for some reason I'm getting that light fall off in the corner. See, if I take the extension tube out, I don't think I'm going to be able to achieve focus. I'm in a dome, Doug, and everything is dry inside the dome. It might be wet outside, but it's dry in here. Let me elevate the scope a little bit. I don't think it's coming off the lower part of the shutter. That's strange. I mean, the scope's looking right through the center of the scope, center of the opening. I just elevated the scope on the pier. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna grab an image of this. I didn't grab one yet. What is this? Is set up. This is 10 that's got the 10mm spacer and the coma correct. That's set up for number 9. It could be camera sag. Let me mark it, grab a picture of it, and set up 9. So yeah, but I'm definitely getting some light fall off on the right side, and it could be camera not centered properly. Yeah. Let me grab an image. Capture. File. Save as. Set up. Backspace 9. Enter. Okay. So it's live right there. So let's see. I think so too, Rock. Yeah, that focal reducer and the coma corrector was number 8, which was that view right there. I'm gonna wipe everything off the screen. Okay. So that's the focal reducer. Set up 8, focal reducer and the coma corrector. Set up 5. That is the focal reducer and the 10mm spacer. Pretty interesting test. Doug, glad you could stop on by. I just wanted to do some quick testing. So I think I'm going to stop the broadcast for now. I think it is. We'll talk in the morning, Rock. Well, y'all have a good night for now. I'm play a little bit more, but I'm going to stop the broadcast for now. Y'all have a good evening. Okay. Good, good, good.
Telescope slew into target. Telescope slew complete.